put an end to this catastrophe of a story. It's time to attack. Oh fuck! Oh, two success. 2 success.
Yep, 2 success. Well done.
I don't know what the stats are for a vibroblade.
You can actually.
I can find out.
I think it's +2 damage.
It's some ridiculous fucking.
Vibro great swords can actually rival lightsabers.
It's like one of the, like if you don't fighting with a lightsaber, it's like one of the hands down best melee weapons in the game.
Oh.
Yes.
That sounds promising.
They are stupidly good. If I can just find it.
Someone.
Let's see, where is it?
Astrid suddenly remembers. Oh right, I do have one of those somewhere.
Oh yeah, here's a Vibro Great Sword. Yeah, okay, so it's a +3, crit 2, defensive 1, pierce 2, vicious 2, two-handed.
That's insane.
So if you want, you can crit again and +30.
Vicious 2, fuck me.
I'll crit again.
Oh my fucking god.
1d100 +30.
Oh yeah, I realized that when upgraded, they can actually keep like pace with a lightsaber if you have enough brawn.
44. Let's see. Yeah. Right, it gets 2 blacks until his next turn. So essentially, you dig your blade into his chest, holding it tight. As it just locks up one of his arms, he's like...
As I strike with the blade, I shout, "You're an abomination of your former self!"
I have nothing more to live for. Only your deaths concern me.
Nice.
Cool.
Hey, Jack, very quick question. Have you seen Devil May Cry 3, specifically the last boss fight when Virgil and Dante are fighting the main baddie together?
Never heard of it, sorry.
God damn it! Ash, you know the moment I'm talking about where they're basically both plunging their blades from opposite sides and the blades go through the robot and they change weapons?
Yeah, I remember that.
I wanna continue plunging since I already said that I pierced my weapon in there and Kains just pierced his weapon in there as well. I basically want to plunge my lightsaber all the way through so Kains can take it.
So in other words, you guys want to swap weapons through B2 Super Battle Droid's body?
Yep.
Kains, would you accept that?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Let's see how well you attack and achieve this.
Oh no, this is not an attack, but if you want, I can roll for it.
Well, we say it's basically an attack.
Okay.
You're dealing damage if you want.
Right. I'd say that's probably fine.
Oh my fucking god, Jesus.
By the way, that's +2 successes, don't forget.
Yep. So essentially, you just boom. One weapon comes out and Kain's one goes in. You notice Kain's hand, you grab onto the sword, take it, and Kain's, you can grab onto Korra's lightsaber and take it.
I will.
As it comes out.
Carry it along.
Right, and since the Great Vibroblade is a two-hander, Korax just gonna let it fall to the ground because that's a bit too big for her right now. She has other plans.
I toss Korra's lightsaber back to her.
No, you can keep it, don't worry about that. I intentionally gave it to you because you're gonna be the one that gets to put the exclamation point on this motherfucker. It's only, I don't know, fitting. So don't worry about that. Now, Korra is going to drop Battle Meditation. The effects of Battle Meditation end. That's as a free action. I choose to do it. Now, I choose to use one of my abilities. I take 2 strain, and as a move action, I want to use a force power. I want to use Force Bind. I basically slam my fist open hand palm into the back of the exposed bot's body, and I cast Force Bind. Perfect.
That was fucking impressive, man.
Sorry, what?
So you just...
That was seriously impressive. How did you roll black on all of them?
No, that's good actually. Because Force Bind, when you roll blacks, you actually cause damage.
Yeah, so in other words, you're there and you just start squeezing it. You just see his insides, the hole that was there, suddenly closes up, but it's not a healing kind of one. It's more like crush, crush each second. Like...
And now, I wanna do something else, or did that quote-unquote exchange of weapons eat up my turn?
I would say it took up your movement.
Okay, perfect. In that case, I wanna take 2 strain and do another force power. Well, this is more RP based, like I said. It's not actually using another power. I'm basically, you remember when we were back in the temple and she first used force bind and she started to crumble that piece of wall when she got pissed off and we met the Great Jedi again?
Mm-hmm.
She's basically gonna plunge her hand even deeper into the bottle. She's trying to basically crush it with force bind, and she just grits her teeth and says, "Shatter." And I wanna try to channel what Eugen has taught me about shatter. Basically, I'm using force bind again, so he takes another 3 damage, but I'm trying to, you know, play it off as she's trying to crush him.
Let's see. So essentially, as you bring your hand deeper in, you thrust your fingers forward, and all you see is one of the cores within his body suddenly explode as you touch it. Just and half now, instead of a hole in his middle, a big hole of his side is missing. He has to support himself with his arm.
Does that damage me?
I would say no. You're protected through the force.
Nice.
I would say.
That was a taxing turn. Cora looks absolutely exhausted, by the way.
By the way, Cora, you would know something about Jack's plan, and you would probably want to get away from the door.
Sounds good. But I already used my move action, so I can't do anything else.
The ball.
You can take a more strain. It's a move, I believe.
I already took once. Can I do it again?
I believe no.
No, hang on.
No, I don't think I can. I used up everything. I used up a move action, I used up the normal action, and the strain action.
Astrid.
Has he told me to open the door?
Not yet. It'll be on his turn.
I take 2 strain to fire again, and I'm gonna
You're just
fire at
firing
the
to hold
weak
something.
spot.
Battle meditation's not in effect anymore, so that's minus 2 successes.
Okay.
Well, not minus, but wait, did you add?
Yeah, she
you
added them already, so.
So yeah,
Yeah, so
you
it's
just,
4 successes and 3 successes.
you just see the blast like slamming into his weak spot and across
Oh,
his
I'd
head.
like to crit both times.
Oh yeah, it's down to 1 critical. Ooh, you may roll. That's
Fucking
plus
hell.
10 and normal crit if you wish. 37 and the
I kind of wish I had the imbue item now.
7. Ah, okay, so he's still got the same effect from before. He's still got 2 blacks. And what was the other one? 80 what?
5.
85. Ooh, you have decreased his defense. In other words, you're just chipping off the armor from his body as you just open fire, one hand, just bang, 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 bang. You are what is wrong with the galaxy. We could have brought a new era. Now I will make sure you no longer be in it.
He
And
needs
you
to
just
make
see his-
opposing discipline checks, or otherwise he's still in my force bind.
He is far too... Actually, you got 3 things. Yeah. I think your force power is enough to hold a small vehicle, isn't it?
Oh yeah, more than that.
Yeah. So yeah, he's holding there, but his chest. Wait a second. What was it again?
Discipline.
You're opposing what? Discipline.
Discipline versus discipline, basically.
Actually, non-force users can use strength.
Oh, okay. Well, he's probably gonna break through. I mean, he's super tough, but let's see anyway. Plus, I did end battle meditation, so he's gonna have a much easier
it's-
time.
And it's normal 2 diff, correct?
Oh yeah, normal 2 diff. Oh wait, since it's opposing, actually we roll without difficulties, I think.
Okay, let's roll our difficulties just for fun. Ready?
Right, just a sec, gotta find my discipline. There we go, I'm ready.
Right, 1 second.
Yeah, there's just no way.
You just see
Jesus, what?
move, and he reaches in. Thankfully, that wasn't an
8
Uber check.
strength?
He's a
Jesus
huge
Christ.
robot.
There's no way I can keep him in one place, no way.
You see him reach in, grab onto his chest, and basically pull off a flipping chest plate and a wire, and all you see is his chest starting glowing red, and heat pouring off of him. And for his other action, let's see. Yeah,
Is
I
he
think
doing
I'm
a
gonna-
Terminator?
One moment, he may be, but he's also gonna be doing this.
Oh boy.
Cora,
Hits the table.
you see, to your surprise, he reaches under and grabs your leg, and he attempts to toss you basically towards the pile of B2s and the sharp, jagged metal. You may use a skill, which I will say, try convincing me, what do you do to avoid from being flung into the jagged metal spikes?
I can use a skill, you say.
Yeah, you just convince me of what you wish to do. You can be anything.
So how exactly is he reaching out to grab my leg?
Basically, the same way you went under his leg, since he's already bowled over, he reached under the...
Oh, he
his
reached
own
from
legs,
between his legs, is that right?
Yeah, he reached between his legs, grabbed you, and tossed you. Like, poof, poof.
Right, his legs were already wounded, right?
He can't physically move. His legs got fucked by Tizza and Astrid.
Right. I'm grabbed and there's no way to avoid the grab, correct?
No, he's already tossed you, yeah.
Gotcha. In that case, I'm gonna grab the Vibro Greatsword from the back, and I am basically, as he's sliding me through his legs, I'm gonna try to jam the blade in between his legs so basically when he's pulling at me with full force, he's basically jamming the blade into the back of both his legs.
And you're thinking that this will slow you down.
I'm thinking either I will be stuck because the blade can't go through, or he's basically gonna destroy both his legs.
Well, his leg's already technically destroyed.
I mean, you could also just tear off your leg. That's a possible outcome of this.
It would hurt. I'm saying now that you know that it would hurt to hold on.
I'm gonna risk it.
Okay. You may roll attack with a greatsword.
What would that be, though?
Melee.
Just a melee attack, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll that. Actually, wait, I changed my mind. Can I use a force power instead as he's trying to yank me?
What?
I wanna use bind again in order to do the same crushing kind of feeling. I'm not gonna stop him, obviously, but I wanna basically start breaking shit on his front side as well, his chest plate. I basically wanna expose him because Kains is coming up next and I want him to get the glory.
Well, as I mentioned before, it's already broken off.
Okay, in that case I'm just gonna go with a melee attack.
Alright, go ahead.
Shit!
Okay.
Fail.
Right. So essentially, as you attempt, you grab onto a greatsword, but the speed you're going is just too soon, and you let go of it as he tosses you towards the metal, and when you land, you take 4 unblockable damage, and let's see, 8 normal damage.
Okay, so that's 8 damage in total. No, wait. That's with armor, so that's 6 damage, yeah. No, wait, 10 damage. Oh my god, he almost one-shotted me. Ugh.
You basically slam against it, a metal spike jamming through your side as you slam into the wreckage.
Cora is a mess of blood and scraped dress basically everywhere. Like she is dead on her feet.
Tizza.
Impaled by a robot. Right. So... Can I make a mechanics check to figure out what the hell is doing with this glowing, red, hot, steaming chest?
Oh, you would know straight away. You don't even have to. The fact is that he's overloading his core.
Oh, he's going into self-destruct then.
Yes.
Fastest way to stop the overload.
Technically, there's not.
If I cut all power supply to and from the core, wouldn't that stop it?
I think
Since I'm stopping the power
But
drain.
he's such a mess of wires, it would take an on.
I think it's like a nuclear reactor, dude. Once it starts, it can't fucking stop.
Yeah, it's like he takes. Remember Terminator? He takes out his thing. It's still going to explode.
Right. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, fair. Yeah, it's a reactor. Okay, so he's going to meltdown. Fuck.
You would know that Jack does have a plan.
How close are we to the airlock?
The ray shield that's behind B2 Super Droid is still there.
Oh. But the airlock is open.
Yeah, it's been open. Yeah. I think you missed that, where the airlock actually physically opened.
okay, fair. Yeah, right, okay.
It is not, but it is very large. And it has no legs. Well, basically no legs. Can't move forwards.
Okay. Tizzy is going to extinguish both of her sabers and put on a certain pair of gauntlets. And then I wish to hold my action until Jack does whatever he does, at which point I wish to aid him by trying to force push the B2 battle droid.
Right then. One moment.
Which also means I'm giving up my defenses. For better or for worse.
Of course.
Also, like, what does the Herd's gauntlets look like, actually? I don't know if I've ever asked. Oh, okay. No, never mind. I know what it looked like.
By the way, Jack, what is Kains doing right now that he got the lightsaber? Does he look like he's getting ready to attack, or?
I'm having trouble getting back onto roll 20 at the moment, but I imagine he would have just.
I would advise him to GTFO.
Right then.
He runs away.
No, don't worry. You don't have to. Right, it's up to you. Now, here's what happens. As hang on. As Jack gives you all the nod, outside of the ray shield area out space, all you see is the remaining plasma get pushed aside as the Icarus flies down in front of the ray shield. In front, I would say, but it's still a good ways away in space terms. And he nods towards you, Astrid.
Gotta do the thing.
As you deactivate the ray shield, the air suddenly starts rushing out of the place. And you can see him start sliding along the ground towards the door. B2 looks up towards you. It's like, I won't be going anywhere. Dizzer? You want to do something?
You will. Well, I'm gonna try. Well, we're gonna see if I can actually move him. I don't know how big his silhouette is.
He's like a small vehicle.
So that's what, like personal silhouette of like 2, 3?
Yeah, you can just do it if you wish right now.
Oh my god. Well, actually, yeah, no, I can't, but I can if I spend a bunch of strain and destiny points.
You could. You want to do it?
Yes, I'm going to spend a bunch of strain and destiny points and take conflict because I'm going to invest those 2 points into force push, which means I can now actually push a small ship because the silhouette of the objects I can push goes up by once or two, twice per.
Anyway, spend a
thing.
destiny point.
Yeah.
Spend destiny point. Now.
Actually, that is intentional.
Yep. As he's sliding back even further now. As you start pushing, you can feel just a little bit of darkness as your emotions start getting a bit of you, just wanting to end this so badly. As he's sliding backwards across the ground, you see his only working arm raise up, and then his fingers dig into the metal ground as he's lifted up from the sheer push, but his arm's still holding on for dear life. Now, there's only one of you who has the next turn up. Kains?
I want to Spartan pick him back out.
So you want to basically jump up, try to Spartan kicking him. Do you want to use lightsaber to cut off his fingers?
I can't get back on roll 20 at the moment for some strange reason. But yeah, I'd like to try that.
All right, let's roll for you, I guess. Let's see.
Cora just in a bloody heap, surrounded by all the metals stabbing into her, just screams some encouraging words to Kains. You can do it, Kains. I believe in you. Ow.
And he's going to go for it.
The Jedi fanboy in him is probably going nuts right now.
Kains, as you start rushing towards B2, he goes, "You were always the most inferior," and before he says a thing, your lightsaber slashes his fingers as your feet plant into the glowing red eye socket, cracking it as you kick him outside. Barely being pulled out yourself as Astrid grabs onto your arm and B2 flies into outer space. However, Jack was not finished with him. As the Icarus's main cannon opens up, and in a glorious explosion rivaling his masters in plasma and heavy gunfire, the main cannon slams into him and he goes, "Curse you!" And finally, after the explosion, all that's left is scrap and hut bits in outer space.
I cling on to Astrid and slowly get to my feet. Thank you for holding on to me there. I would have been outside with him otherwise.
No problem.
Congratulations, you have saved the ship, defeated both the Hut Master and B2. Now, where is it? The place is rather calm, oddly enough. There's a few drones here and there starting to fix up the remaining damage. One of you is worse off than the others, however.
Ow.
Cora is kind of impaled and bleeding over the nice floor.
Probably with a broken shoulder as well.
Probably, yes.
Let's get you fixed up, Miss Cora. It's time I also gave you this back. Not my color, but came in useful. I pocket it in her robe and then get the med kit out.
Ow. Oh, that hurts. Oh. I think everything's broken, Doc. Am I gonna make it? Give it to me straight.
You'll be fine.
So, Doc, tell me, how does it feel holding a lightsaber and all that?
It's not the lightsaber that makes a Jedi what he is, Cora. I'd have thought you'd known that.
Hey,
It did come in useful.
usually, you know, normal people don't get to ever touch one of those babies. I thought you of all people would be able to appreciate, you know, using one of them.
It's not a Jedi color.
Oh, come on now.
It's not even red.
Wait, isn't your
It's blood
color is it
orange.
again?
From what
Blood orange.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of controversial. Mine is at least amber.
Don't judge my lightsaber by its color, that's very racist.
What the fuck is going on with my internet?
I mean,
Jesus.
I very intentionally have an indigo and an amber saber. They're both mixes.
Oh, everything hurts.
Poor Cora.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm super good at defending myself, but when you hit me, it hurts.
Just a pile of B2 bodies off in the corner.
I mean, you're good at defending yourself for short periods.
But you have achieved. There is something you may have forgot, however.
Oh yeah, I probably owe her money, don't I? No wait, we actually did help her protect her master, so there's no way she's charging us for that.
Well, it's more of the fact that you may have forgotten to get the information you needed.
Well, to be fair, now that he's dead, if we go loot his room, we're probably gonna get something.
Possible.
Okay, I genuinely don't remember what information we were looking for.
You were trying to find where the Jedi artifacts were going.
Oh, right.
Wasn't there a control unit that, like, commanded all of the B2 units? Or was that the
Yes.
big one?
Well, the box he came out of was where he's hooked up to, but there was a command box.
Right. I think Jack wanted to basically enslave that.
Exactly. So yeah,
Yeah.
there was a command box that that came with it. Probably the hacker girl has it.
Wait,
Nice.
did we blow up the giant boss or just blow it into space?
You blew it up. You didn't hear my incredible
Oh wait, no, he's
explanation.
not in space. Yeah, space, right? Yeah, no, derp. Sorry, I may be not entirely sober. I'm not drunk by any stretch, but like, yeah,
Of
I'm
course.
gonna blame that.
Well, you guys have defeated it. You did very well. And now you're very injured, beat up, and overall kind of worse for wear, but you did win.
Actually, yeah, I'm pretty fine. If you don't count the fact that I just took a -5 to my morality, but yeah, doing okay. Actually, that is fine. That means I'm maintaining balance.
Yes, balance one, young one. Oh.
I think I'm gonna need a shower and a new dress.
Your dress is kind of bloody and full of holes, yes. So is Astrid's, actually.
I'm gonna notice that Astrid's dress is full of holes and probably very revealing and go, God, Astrid, you're gonna be a mother, show some decency.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now, you guys do have a choice. You can either carry on for now and heal up and roleplay with some people on the ship, or we may wait for Jack to get back to finish up on the yacht. This is going to be a group choice, of course.
In theory, we could do both.
I want to gamble more.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Just walking out there bruised and stuff. It's like,
Well, no, I
Let's
want to
go
get
gamble.
changed first.
Yeah.
okay, hang on a moment.
You don't want to do it the Mandalorian way. Actually, all of these like small B-29 bots. What's the story with those?
Well, they were essentially enslaved butler bots of, well,
Okay, so
The
like
bots.
they don't actually contain any sort of remnants of B-29. They're just slaved units.
You have
Yes.
you have the control box that basically commanded all of them now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's-
do
it's
we have that, or
basically-
does Hacker Girl have it?
Hacker Girl.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Just checking. Just making sure we're not believing that. Because I want to poke around inside and extract all of his juicy data. Perhaps restructure him into a coffee-making subroutine.
He's completely exposed now. There's no physical unit left to defend his core.
Hey Jack, did you hear what I wanted to do with him?
Dude, are you seeing this?
Come on, T-Rex! Fuck you, bitch!
Yes, on the buildings, collateral damage.
Fuck collateral damage, I'm an giant ass robot!